I haven't been with you guys for 2 weeks. I kind of miss you. So, today's readings are kind of apropos for our times because they're concerned with, at least in part, with religion and politics. I think this cycle of readings coincides with a presidential cycle every 12 years. That's kind of mental math. I may not be right, and please call me on it if I'm wrong. It's very likely that I'm wrong. But the first reading from Isaiah speaks about Cyrus, who Father Tom said was a Persian. He was not a Jewish person. He was not an Israelite. But it's the Lord leads Cyrus by the hand. He defeats Babylon, and he sends the captive Jews home to the land of Judah. Cyrus wasn't setting out to liberate the Israelites in his war with Persia. It's not what he intended. But whatever he intended was a part of God's plan. God wanted to return the Jews to their homeland. Cyrus was sort of an unwitting participant in God's plan. And in today's gospel, the Pharisees and the Herodians are trying to entrap Jesus. I think, again, it's the political season, and we've all heard the expression, politics makes strange bedfellows. The Pharisees were religious scholars, religious Jews. As Father Tom said, they were a little bit too concerned with the details, but they were religious Jews. And the Herodians were basically Roman political allies. They were political animals. They were so concerned with politics. And they were both strong power bases, both strong parties, and they were also both very threatened by the true power of Jesus, the Son of God. So they posed this question to him, knowing that it's a well-designed question. No matter what he says, he'll run afoul of one of the power bases of the time. So the question is it right to pay taxes? So if Jesus says, no, it's not right to pay taxes, well, he will face arrest, right? The Herodians and the Romans, you're telling people not to pay taxes, and in those days he would face arrest. But if he says it is right to pay taxes, well then the religious scholars, the Pharisees, will say he's supporting tyranny. He's supporting the people who oppress us. So it seems like a lose-lose situation. But of course, Jesus says, and I think we've all heard this before, give to God what is God and give to Caesar what is Caesar's, after he asks whose image is stamped on the coin. So whose image is stamped on us? We can go back to the book of Genesis, right? We're made in the image and likeness of God. So who do we belong to? We belong to God. Politics isn't a bad thing. But we need to remember that human politics is, like everything else, under the direction of God. The goal of our existence is union with God. Jesus is the way to heaven. Jesus is the way, the truth, and the life, but Jesus is the way to heaven. So let us not be caught up in all this fear and anxiety this political season. May God's will be done. It says in today's psalm, for the gods, lowercase g, the gods of the nations are things of naught, right? Nothing. Our God, our call to God is not about our braininess. It's not about our business acumen. It's not about some noble ideal that we hold. Our call to God is our holiness, and our holiness is made possible by the gifts of the Holy Spirit, and our holiness should be lived out daily. So let's not fear this political season. Let's leave ourselves in God's hands, no matter who we intend to vote for. And I would like to invite Father Basil up to speak. May God bless you.